Alright, this is the park. Supposedly it's supposed to be quite interesting. So, let's give it a try. What? Not my sanity.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum. Stay in the car. Go and ask information.
Yeah. I actually know what the subject matter is. I'd probably never leave the child in the vehicle. That seems like a common occurrence.
Attention, patrons. The park is now closed. Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience. Employees prepare the park for shutdown.
The fuck was that?
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world.
Tribute to the untamed heart of the Solomon Island and the people who use their talents to bring the dream of Nothian winter to life. May this park be a place where joy and laughter are gathered and used to infect all of those who follow after. Wait a minute, he was sitting! No!
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath. Think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
Leave him.
Callum, I told you to wait in the car.
This way!
That is a lot of stuff. Welcome to Atlantic Island Park. When I first came to visit Solemn Island, I fell deeply in love with its natural beauty. It's a scenic place, and I create many of my best memories here. I wanted to create a place that captures the essence of Solomon Island. A place where families would bring their children to create memories of their own. I invite you to explore this park that we have created. From the Ferris wheel, which rivals the local lighthouse for the best views of the area, to the Sideshow Alley, where we have many fascinating games and objects from the local area to explore. Enough of you, all the rest is this is flyers and I don't care. Your magic is fake.
Wait up there for Mommy, Callum.
Yeah. Just wait up there for me. Wait up for me. Would you break? This game is magical.
Callum, where are you going?
Yeah, Colin, where are you going? You just gonna stand there? Huh? Get out of my way. I gotta look at that flyer some more. Yep, that's Chipmunk.
Callum, where are you going?
Where's my boot command? This game was super easy. All I had to do was walk forward. I found him.
Wait for mommy, Callum.
Move, you little piss ant. Dumb motherfucker. Let's see. No, but that just puts me to this. No, that'll take me out. Oh, now my current save. I got so far. Presents a game that wasn't tested very well.
I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Where's Mr. Bear?
He's dead.
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum. Stay in the car. Go and ask information.
Oh shit, they got bingo.
Attention, patrons. The park is now closed. Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience. Employees prepare the park for shutdown.
What?
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath. Think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
It's quite impressive considering the gates were locked. Not shouting shit. I broke the game last time.
There's something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention, employees. The park is now closed. Have a safe journey home.
Wait up there for mommy, Callum. Oh God. The park. What happened here? It's easy to get lost here.
What happens when you fire the janitor?
Callum, come back here right now.
What? It's a toggle. Alright. That helps a lot. Get in that mouth. Get in it.
Too dark. I'm not going in there without a flashlight.
Oh, you're lame. Just rip one of these off. Stick it in your pocket.
I think this belongs to Callum. Chad the Chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit.
All the time. They're always drunk guys in suits. Chad the Chipmunk welcomes you to Atlantic Island Park. Chad can be seen in daily ice sculpting shows in the following locations: 11 a.m. Sideshow Alley, 1 p.m. The Octotron, 3 p.m. Park Entrance. Chad the Chipmunk, worst in class. Chad can't even seem to pass. Chad gets angry, likes to fight. Chad is beaten every night. Chad will have a dead-end job. Chad will die a useless slob. Aww. I want to save Chad. I don't want to save my kid anymore.
Callum, stay where you are.
Get in the water!
Mommy needs to see you, Callum.
Mommy.
Wait, Callum.
This way, Mommy.
There's nowhere else to go, so...
Another accident. This place.
Yeah, thank you. Despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be opening on time. The governor is booked to cut the ribbon, so the only real question is whether we will have any customers. I'm not truly worried. The customers will come out of simple curiosity. I deduce what was needed from the banned writings of Archie Henderson. It's astonishing to think that resonance of positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process. Henderson himself chose to use negative, and that caused some of the taint that still lingers in this place. I'll not make his mistakes. Very soon I will know if this has all been for nothing. You can at least grab the weapon in his eye. Come on.
This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy. The guy just snapped. Those poor kids.
Sure. I don't know how you read that in half a second, but go for it. We were waiting for our turn on the ride. Frank, me, and the boys. This fellow in the chipmunk suit is making an ice carving while people took photographs. Lawrence wanted to go over to him. I've always been a bit wary of those suits. They give me the creeps. It's silly, I know. Anyway, the chipmunk man, he was carving, picking away at the toe. At first we thought he was making some animal like a tiger or lion, but as more and more ice fell away, when he first looked, it was like a human face, smiling out of the block of ice. The more he looked at it, the more he saw that there was something not quite right about the proportions, something unnatural that made your heart begin to beat just a little bit faster, like you were prey and that thing in the ice was a hunter. But then these teenagers walked up and one of them made a face at the carving and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit, and then, well, he went berserk. For a few moments it was chaos. Everybody was running away from the guy who had one of the teenagers in the ground, and it was stabbing with the ice pick, and blood was spraying, and people were screaming. And Frank and I had the kids, and we were dragging them away as fast as we could. Last thing I saw, before Frank dragged me away, was like the eyeball of one of those poor kids has landed on the ice sculpture, making the horrible creature look more or less alive. Alright, who's leaving police reports out here in the park? Fuck yeah.
I can't get on while it's moving.
Damn it.
I can't get on while it's moving. I don't know, seems pretty cool. There wasn't gonna be any other way for me to ride it. Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. And they shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single, traitorous thought.
Cool.
Constant crashes and 80s music. Guess it floats someone's boat.
Floats my boat, baby.
Come out, sweetie!
Over here.
Ooh, hello. Not the shakes. Brief description of the accident or incident. During the transport of the bumper cars into the arena, one of the straps attaching the load to the truck came untied, causing a cascade of bumper cars onto Francis, who was standing directing the driver. Francis was crushed by the weight of the cars. Dexter, the truck driver, claims to have seen someone on the back of the load undoing the straps. Nobody else reported seeing that. The sheriff had requested that Dexter provide them with urine samples. Ooh. Local laborers are very superstitious, and this hasn't helped. Some of them are refusing to return to work until we have someone in the local church walk the park and exorcise the bad spirits. Ah! Oh, it wouldn't be much of a game if you just straight up killed me now, would it? Thank you for leading the way, though. And look, there you go. There's your flashlight. Just stick that whole fucking bumper car in your pocket and let's go.
It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother. Once, when Callum was very small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand. Don't even remember what it was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met. I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just gets some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, yes, Sheriff.
Continually delayed by the incompetence of the builders. The problem is that they are locals, and so they believe a lot of the rumors about what Old Man Henderson used to do here. They grew up on those tales. Every time a bolt comes loose or a wrench goes missing, those fools are crossing themselves against the black magic. Of course, that is why I chose the site over all the other potentials. Solomon Island is a nexus for dark energies, and the thought of all that power just dissipating beneath the earth here makes my skin crawl. I called in a few favors back in Brooklyn and got someone at the local academy to see if they had any interesting books about local history. Turns out they do, and it turns out that Old Man Henderson has some pretty strong connections to the Brooklyn crowd. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find the piece of the plans that I am missing.
This place down. Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it looks like they already did, lady. Spectre's comments. After touring the park, riding the rides, and viewing the startling number of incidents suffered here in the park, it is this inspector's opinion that Atlantic Island Park should be shut down until Nathan Winter complies with all safety regulations. I understand that there is a sensitive political relationship between Mr. Winter and the senator. I nevertheless suggest that such political considerations to be set aside in condemning Atlantic Island Park. The rides at first glance appear well constructed and maintained. The sheer number of incidents in the park during the last few years and during construction lead me to believe that there is something wrong at the base level of construction, and we should close the park and fully investigate these flaws. To wit, here is a partial list of fatalities in the park since opening only 2 years ago. Family of 3 killed when a roller coaster cart derailed. 14 separate instances of broken bones and crushed ribs while riding the Octotron. 3 suicides from the top of the Ferris wheel. A child seriously injured on the escalator. Over a dozen children reported missing in the House of Horrors since its construction. 1 report of a drowning in the Tunnel of Tales. The sheer volume of incidents means that this is my strongest recommendation that Atlantic Island Park be closed immediately. What? Come on. Where's the fun in that if people don't die?
People come into your life for a reason. Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank. Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale. I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed. But I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Don and I moved in together, but then, well, he died. According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Don was there one moment, and then gone. Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over.
Sounds like this park's good memories for you. Thank you again. He's just so friendly. I suppose so. The spirit, demons, ghosts, whatever has already been really direct with me on most things, so a spinning wheel off in the distance isn't that scary.
A lot of people idolize their children. You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, their fucking voices make me want to vomit. My angel likes to read, and little Johnny is so good on the piano. Fuck those people! You give up 9 months of your life carrying them, you traumatize yourself giving birth to them, and then you spend the rest of your life as their slave. Wiping asses, mopping up piss, feeding them. Little life-sucking monsters who take and take and take until... we all go insane. Any parent who pretends otherwise is just dishonest. That's called choice supportive bias. I am honest. Callum really grinds my gears, and he owes me everything. Everything. It'd serve the little fuck right if I just abandoned him.
Holy shit. What's your problem, lady?
I always wanted to write this one. Never got around to do it before.
Well, now you can.
What do you want?
We need to talk about Callum.
What do you mean? What have you done to him?
That's insulting. You and your boy are everything that this place doesn't want. The antithesis of what we stand for.
Where is Callum?
The poor child. He tried so hard to do what he was taught. He even left you a trail of breadcrumbs. But the park is just so hungry.
Tell me where my son is.
The witch has him now. Has both of you. No happy ending here, I'm afraid.
Just leave me alone.
Fool. You always were.
Oh shit! Well, goodbye, Calum. Give me that flashlight.
The witch awaits. Callum! Callum!
No, it must be automatic. Alright.
Callum has bruises on his arms, finger marks. Someone has been hurting him. I've asked him, demanded really, to know where he got the marks. But he doesn't want to answer me. Something has scared him into silence. He doesn't dare talk. He's been changing too. Something sinister lurks in the darkness behind his eyes. I catch him staring at me at odd moments. In the night, he tosses and turns and cries out words that I cannot understand. When I try to soothe him, he snaps and bites at my fingers. I think he wants to talk to me. I think he wants to tell me. They are watching him every minute of every day. They are whispering to him in his sleep, changing him. They are taking my baby away from me. I can save him. And there will be pain. But I love him, and in the end, he will understand why. The whole town was shocked by that one. Never found out who did it.
Yesterday evening, visitors to Atlantic Island Park were shocked and horrified by the discovery of a disembodied corpse behind a cotton candy stand. According to local authorities, the corpse had yet to be identified. However, they have confirmed that the remains appear to be those of a child. The corpse was discovered by a group of teenagers from Innsmouth Academy, who noticed a pair of ravens tugging at something just out of sight behind the shack. Nathaniel Winter, the owner of Atlantic Island Park, has released the following statement. It is true a tragedy when something like this occurs, especially in a place that was designed to bring forth happiness and joy. The staff of Atlantic Island Park offer their condolences to the family and friends of the victim and will cooperate fully with authorities to help bring this case to rest. The Solomon Chronicle will provide daily updates on the story going forward.
bastard. Who did this to him?
I think it was the clown head. You did it! Ow! Alright, stop freaking out or die. Pick one.
These are mine.
Yeah, and just pop them pills. Yeah, awesome. Aww. Ooh, what's this? Did a jerk eyeballs? Ew. Get out. Fine, don't get out of my way then.
Don't touch me.
Good.
No.
Right?
The park is a collage of contradictions all of its own. Millions of people die every year in car crashes, and the park has little cars designed specifically to simulate that action. Hear the children scream with joy. In the sideshow alley, you can walk away with 15 cents worth of mass-produced Chinese teddy bears, while a grinning carny pockets your hard-earned $5. What secrets lie beneath the sullen waters of the lake? The tears of jilted lovers, the soiled condoms of illicit affairs, the clotted blood of the lonely suicide. And the face of the witch looms over it all. I always despised her toothy grin and warty nose. I hate that sparkle in her weathered, watchful eyes. I think Callum is waiting for me. Inside.
What? No. Okay. Atlantic Island Park has closed its gates. A jeering throng of townsfolk gathered as we hung the heavy iron padlock on the gates. Small-minded fools, scared of what they don't understand. My machines lie silent and dejected, but I am not beaten. I have sent my wife and son back to Boston. I have retreated here, to the House of Horrors. I must think. That's kind of neat. Ah, fucker. Calm down, lady. Jeez. Oh, I see you. You're following me, aren't you? Don't you laugh at me. Stop it. Oh, damn it. Oh, I can't run? Alright, what's down here? Aww. Maybe these mirrors would be a lot more effective if they didn't put so many, since half of them don't seem to work.
One little duck went out one day
Aw. No! Just want to read it! A circus burns to the ground on opening night, killing dozens. The owner is put to death by an enraged mob of townsfolk, just as he shouts out a curse. Now Raven, a dark-souled wanderer, comes to the ruins at dusk in search of his missing mother. Let the show begin.
After they let me out, they gave me Callum back and sent me home with a handful of breadcrumbs. Home, bittersweet home. I barely recognized it. Where there had been color and light, there were shadows and regrets. Where there had been warmth, there was a bone-deep coldness that never went away. I tried my hardest to keep the ghosts at bay. Don, watching from the dusty corners while I tried to teach his son to read. My father, coldly assessing me and finding me lacking. I devoted myself to Callum, did the things that they told me. It will get better, they said. Every day will be a little better than the last. I'm in the woods now, lost and afraid. Things never got any better.
Best drawing, 10 out of 10. The wilting, a solar flare, has struck the Earth. Millions of people are rooted from their homes. A young meteorologist searches desperately for a way to stop global overheating. An exotic dancer named Chance O'Hare is the key to saving the world. Again. I don't believe it. Milk, cheese, bread, butter, corn, potatoes, apples, fish sticks. Remember, drop off Calum. Electricity bill, fix faucet. Horror! My electricity bill is going to go up really high now. Lorraine, I received your letter and I am quite surprised. You ran off with your father all of those years ago, and disappeared off the edge of the map, and then when I finally tracked you down, refused to answer any of my letters. And now you write to me asking for help. I have another family now and another life. Your father was a horrible man, and I regret the years that I wasted with him. I loved you, I truly did, but every year you grew more and more like him. You were his girl, never really mine. Still, I would have fought for custody if you hadn't run away with him. It broke my heart, but I needed to go on living. I can't let you back into my life without picking open old wounds. I'm sorry, Lorraine, but I just can't do it. Maybe one day it will be easier and I can meet Calum, but not yet. I am not ready to forgive you. Please don't contact me again. Karen. Miss Mallard, as we agreed in our meeting today, we consider you fully recovered from your illness. This letter is official notification that you are considered sound of mind and body and may return to work at any time. Please know that you should discontinue any medication that you have been using and dispose of any remaining medicines. If you feel at any time that you are suffering a relapse, then please make contact with your local physician immediately. Wish you continued good health, Dr. Spencer. Lorraine seems to be suffering from depression that began early in her pregnancy. Our discussions have made it obvious that these episodes stem from the grief of losing her partner, Don, who died about 6 months ago. There are also several unresolved issues with her father. After being kept under careful observation, we provided standard treatment for this disorder, including electroconvulsion therapy. The patient responded and made a rapid recovery. Lorraine has a newborn son, Caleb, who was placed in foster care shortly after birth when Lorraine displayed symptoms of disorientation depression. It is our judgment that Lorraine is fit to have her son returned to her, and as long as she follows her recommended aftercare routine and continues with her medication, we have faith that she will be an effective caregiver. Lorraine has her own housing, and her employer, Susie, has said that she is welcome to return to her shifts at the diner. Norma Creed, a local woman, has offered to care for Caleb while Lorraine works. It is with this support network in mind that we feel confident releasing Lorraine from this institution. Prescription for Zoloft that can be filled at Flagg's Pharmacy in Kingsmouth. She has been advised to start with the 50 mg dose and then, based on the advice of her doctor, to increase the medication as needed. I think I already read this one. Oh, nope. Miss Mallard, our inquiry into the state of Mr. Donald Williams has been completed. We regret to inform you that the primary beneficiaries of his estate, including a life insurance settlement for accidental death, were listed as Rose Williams and Richard Williams of New York State, the deceased parents. Our agency made contact with Mr. and Mrs. Williams and explained your situation, especially as regards the birth of Donald's son, Caleb. Unfortunately, they were not receptive to our overtures and specified that without any legal proof of a biological relationship, they consider you ineligible to receive any of the monies from Donald's estate. They have asked that we no longer contact them regarding this matter. I understand that this may have a negative impact on your current financial situation. I hope that I am not being too forward when I enclose this bill for services with this letter. Sincerely, Edward Stapleton. That's fucking douchey. No wonder she's fucking going crazy. Back here again. Same thing, yeah. Things aren't right between us at the moment. I know I want to try and explain it. I think it's because I am so far from home and I'm working so hard. Every day working at the park gets worse, like a spring inside my mind. Winding tighter and tighter and tighter. When we go for drinks after work, it gets a little better. The guys relax and we laugh and we're good people again. I don't want to come home to you without being in my right mind. But when this job is done, we need to get out of this place. We need to go back to the city, where I don't feel like this anymore. I love you, Donald. P.S. I was thinking about names for boys and girls. I like Caleb for a boy. Anna Emma, if it is a girl. Shocking true story. Hunger. In the spring of 1933 in the Soviet Ukraine, an entire population found themselves without food. Over the course of coming months, the situation grew critical and reports of mass malnutrition began to filter into the upper echelons of government. The people had been left with very little to bite or sub. It was to become one of the greatest tragedies of mass starvation that the world had ever seen. Now our panel of Soviet experts have uncovered compelling evidence that the families were forced to resort to cannibalism in order to survive that terrible winter. And this never before seen exposed read and how about the starving parents cooked and ate their own children in order to survive. All here in the pages of this shocking true story. Uh-oh. It's just a Rubik's Cube. Calm down. Oh, shit. Milk, cheese, bread, butter, corn, potatoes, apples, fish sticks. Zoloft prescription. Remember, take the pills. Follow up with Dr. Spencer. Organize babysitter for Caleb. You didn't give him a babysitter, did you? You didn't fix that sink either. Lorraine, I received your letter and I'm... Oh, okay, never mind. I didn't run away. Dad took me. Thank you, William. The new watch is very nice and has made me a happy carrot. Well, as long as you feel better. You sang this song already. Get new lyrics. Oh, okay. So it's just supposed to be startling because it's burned. And I probably burnt it. No. Caleb, what'd I tell you about filling your hat with blood? Or Calum, or Kabalabli? All the pills!
I'm a horrible mother. Where is he?
He's with the boogeyman. Alright, lady, I understood the pills, but when you start stringing up baby dolls, Social Security should probably take away your kid. You are alone. Nobody loves you. Caleb is no longer who he once was. Don't microwave. Don't put the baby in the oven. Alright. Don't slam the door, it's impolite. Now the baby dolls are drinking? Come on, what are you doing? Miss Maud, as we agreed in our meeting today, we consider you to be we consider you to be batshit fucking insane. Let's be clear, you are in no way sound of mind and body, and you are a danger to everyone around you. Please note that your only escape from this should be drugs. A shitload of them, in fact. Smoking, snorting, oral, and transverse. Take them any way you can, as often as you can. That shit can only make your life better. In case there was any doubt, you're suffering a relapse, and nobody really cares. Nobody can help you now. Don't fuck this up. You tell him, Doc. Okay, there's gonna be a payoff to this at some point. Alright, you need to stop the music. And there was blood from the walls! The scary part is this part's completely done. Don, Dad, Kay, not him. At least that broken faucet's still alive. That's it, I'm leaving. This place sucks. It's all covered with dead bodies and blood.
Stories are told again and again, and from their shape we build our understanding of the world. Two children are led into the woods. They are lost for a time, but then are captured by an old witch. The child goes missing in Atlantic Island Park. He wanders lost for a time, before finding his way into the mouth of an old witch. In the oldest version of the story, the mother and the witch were the same person. I never wanted to be the witch. But I am, aren't I?
More than likely. Kids broke in today. It has been so long since I heard laughter, so very long. I took one of them. I couldn't help myself. It was fast, the others didn't notice. I liked hearing him laugh, this boy from the academy. I put him on a slab. I tickled him until he couldn't breathe. My machines came to life, wearing in time to his gasps and shrieks. I think this is delightful. The change wrought in me by the machines is not yet complete. There must be other children I can lay on my slab. Okay. Good. So not only is she going through a total meltdown, but there's possibly a crazy person in here. Yay. Alright, what do you plan on doing to me?
Callum. Callum!
Haha, learn to walk, lady. Lol.
Callum. Callum. Callum!
That's an awesome shirt. Now do it. Now you better be dreaming.
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
That was really just kind of like direct to the point. Would have been nice if it was a little bit longer, more extended. But I guess it did what it needed to do. It was enjoyable. Very straightforward though. Didn't have anything besides just walking and encountering scenes, so. I would say it was pretty good for its story and its horror elements. Just be nice if there was more. But, oh well. See you later. I hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.